That to me describes somebody that uses it for their gains when it suits them, and then they move
it doesn't
on
say
again.
anything for gains.
It said
No, but
for when
for
it
didn't say anything for gains.
No anxiety.
It said
Period
for a
of
period of
uncertainty.
time.
Yeah, nothing to do with
that means
gain.
for 6 months you're
Yeah,
Jamaican.
but that's nothing
to
when
do
it's
with-
trendy,
yeah, but it's
and
nothing
then
to
now
do
all
with
of a
gain.
sudden
And now-
you're completely
Yeah, but it's got nothing to do with gain.
That's an identity crisis.
Yeah, it's got
you can
nothing
have
to
a
do with
love
the
for a
gain.
culture.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I know what I'm
5 minute
talking
wonder.
about.
Yeah. No,
Because I
that's
see
true.
people do it.
I've seen it.
One minute
seen
they're
it.
all this, and then the next minute they're nothing
But I'll be
like
like-
that
I'll be-
again.
I'll be like this for
That's
the rest
an
of my
identity
life.
No, but
crisis.
He's
And
got an
we can't
identity
change
crisis
the
for the
way
rest of
we
his
are.
life. He's got
No, but that's
identity
what
crisis for the rest of his
multicultural
life.
is.
But
Multicultural
same
is-
with Cass. Cass had an identity crisis. He thought he's a white man.
No.
Oi.
You see
He's
what it
going
is,
mad.
yeah?
You see him in jail to the
But
yardie.
do you think that you're more
do you
of a...
see that film?
Do you feel...
Did you see that film? Have you seen that
Yeah.
film?
Do you feel within yourself...
I don't watch movies.
Do you feel
Cass
within
Bennett.
yourself
Yeah.
that you're more of a... You're more of a black man than a white man? Do you
Yeah,
feel
it's
that to
impossible,
yourself?
fam, because
No,
at
I'm
the end of
just
the day, I'm
asking you
white.
that. No, but I know, but do you feel like the way I act, what I
No,
like,
I
my
just feel-
preferences,
no,
the type of
listen,
stuff?
when
do
it
you
comes
feel
down to
like,
things-
I feel like I'm more...
being
No,
That's
it's not.
not-
It's
come
a
on,
really
stop
story.
being- stop saying
I've
that
been
word
talking like
over
this since
me.
I was a little boy, because I'm around black people and black people talk about culture and these sort of things. So I'm talking like this all the time. So trust me, when people talk about white and black, I've had this my whole life.
Don't you
So
think
when
it's
it comes to
racist
me,
when someone says bluefoot, innit?
who?
When someone says bluefoot, don't you think
What's
that's
a
racist?
bluefoot?
Like white people.
White people, that means
And grey.
that would be something
Yeah,
you
but
hear
that's-
amongst
So you think
the
that's
That is a racist
No, man. If you have
remark.
black
Of
and
course
brown,
it is.
But do you have a...
No, but I'm saying,
can
see,
you
have
when
brown
plane
black-
under
no,
your
but
foot?
see
That's
black
where
people,
they
yeah.
made it
Wait,
from.
a sec. See black people. Black people say that black people can't be racist. That's what I hear this a lot. Like
Yeah,
black
but-
people, we can't be
Okay.
racist. So I'm saying to you, as a white person, when black people say something like, or when like bluefoot or grey.
Where's the blue foot though?
From
When
the
you're
vein
so
that's
white and a
under-
veiny.
no, it comes
That's
from-
what
Probably
we.
will
All
tell
right,
you.
all right. You see what
Like
we
you
call
told
that?
Extreme about blood
Listen,
cloth.
listen. You know what we would call that? Ginger skin.
No.
Gringo.
No.
We
You
call
ask
that
the
ginger
question.
skin.
It is-
Like,
ask
when
the
you're
question,
ginger,
man.
you're so pale that we
No, but
see
it needs
black veins.
action.
I just
If
want-
action was here,
Hold on.
we'd be going mad. Gringa skin.
No, but
that was
listen,
arty.
this is a thing, yeah.
When we was
because
younger,
see,
Gringa skin.
Bluefoot,
That's what we
yeah,
called it.
it's not known by everybody. And where it comes from, you ask a question, what is Bluefoot? Why are they calling
The
it
vein on the
Bluefoot?
foot.
The vein underneath your foot. If you can see it,
Underneath.
that's why a man's calling man a Bluefoot.
I would
innit?
imagine the
See,
top.
credit.
Top
No,
but
We
underneath-
can't look under our foot and see a vein there. Keeping us alive.
I've never. Yeah, but
When you go home, take off your shoes and socks.
it's
You can't tan
And you're
there.
gonna see the
You
blue
can't
vein.
tan there. Yeah, you can't tan there. That's why they was calling man Bluefoot.
yeah.
But
Well,
that's fine.
I've never heard Bluefoot. I've heard white
got
man,
his
grey,
own-
everything.
No, that's
so
fine.
anywhere I go, I'm called white man. Hey, white boy, white man. And the same thing if you're cripple,
they
one
don't know
foot.
your name.
1 foot. You get me? So it's anything
what they can see. And
what they see, and it's like from your runner from young, words don't listen. Words could never hurt me. So a white boy, this you think you're black, and it don't matter who said it, white or black. It
Okay.
just nothing.
As
to me.
somebody who may have faced prejudice from
White people,
whoever you face, but
Or
prejudice
black
is
people.
prejudice, yeah.
most of my black brethren are pro black, like pro black.
No, but so what I'm trying
You
to
get
say,
me?
yeah,
So I go on.
is like, for instance, yeah. Okay, so I will just use the words as I know them. So
Yeah,
me,
gotcha,
like,
man.
you're white. I will identifying as black or moving black. Not identifying, that's mad.
You can't.
No, because I heard you said you're white. You know you're white.
Yeah.
But what I mean is like you're moving black, innit?
Yeah.
So to most white people, like you're going to be outside of what, not most black people in London because we're multicultural, innit? So like I said, I've got white friends.
Once you pass the M25,
Yeah, but do you think, yeah, because what I was saying to you before is because the identity that you've chosen is the most hated one for that time, not anymore. Correct me if I'm wrong. In the 80s to the 90s, identifying
struggle.
or moving like you're black, it would, our casses, we was calling them bounties, you man were getting called wiggers, whatever. But don't you feel like now, in the age of the millennium, because there's like Islamophobia, that is
It's
no one-
moved.
Yeah,
It's
they
moved to
don't care
Islamophobia.
if you're acting yardy no more.
Oh,
Because-
stop saying them words though, please.
You feel like
Islamophobia.
it's
but it's
shifted?
real words
I know
that's
the
really
word
good.
No,
would be,
the-
like I just.
The
But how is he
other
going to
one.
understand what I'm saying?
No,
They're
but
gonna
I
say-
understand what you're
Word,
saying.
but you
I
just
understand what
said
you're saying.
it.
No, because they say I got all
I've
around
already
the
said
world,
it.
so
Like
just be-
them
just saying,
man are,
please.
you know what? When the trick is that good, every generation can be fooled again. You get me? So at the same time, like I said in the before my time, black and white people, like I said in another interview one time, is that my mum was the first white person in the dance. So she was the first white woman in a club to be doing her little thing. My grandmother's parents, white and black people couldn't stand together. So for me, it's a lot easier to be doing this. At the end of the day, it just depends. Do you care what people say? If you care what people say, you're gonna be hurt, crushed. You won't even live your life. You get me? However that is. You get me? So just like some black people turn to Islam, black people turn to Rasta. Rasta is more of a way of life for me. I associate more with Rasta.
Yeah.
How come you ain't got dreads?
How
come you ain't got dreads?
Because Rasta is not dreads. I don't eat meat. There's certain things like
Ain't Rasta's dreads? Oh,
yeah,
my
Rasta
bad,
is
man.
dread, but then you don't have to. You don't have
You just
to
said Rasta's
dread.
not dreads.
Yeah, but you can have a
No,
Rasta
I'm saying-
mindset.
Yeah, I
You
know-
can
I
have
know-
a
I
Rasta.
know a
That's
couple
what Rasta is a way of
Rastas
life.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
stepdad
yeah.
was
Barley
a
dread.
So I
Barley
mean,
and
that's
he
what I
was
mean. Yeah,
like,
Barley
he had
dread,
to-
like,
so they,
yeah,
You
yeah.
can't even
They
call
can
a
still
Rasta
have that
dread.
mindset.
Go mad.
Yeah,
A
just-
real Rasta
yeah,
can't
yeah,
even
it's
call
not-
him a
you
dread.
can't
Yeah,
call
he's
that
a dread,
being
he's a
dread.
There's a
Rasta.
disrespect.
You can't
You
call
get
that
me?
being a
Okay.
dread.
Yeah,
You're dread. That's a fashion rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
straight.
Because dread is short for dreadful.
Okay.
Oh, I never knew that stuff.
That's what. Yeah, it's a short of
And
dreadful.
dreadlock.
Yeah, it's dreadlocks, but in that's when you're describing someone's hairdo. But if you describe someone's characteristics or something,
dread.
it's dreadful. Like so
See,
that makes a
that
bad
was the
word,
propaganda
innit?
back then. Because remember the Rastas were getting a fight. If you had dreadlocks, you see like if you had dreadlocks back then, it's the same thing they talk about Muslim man now with beard. Oh, you should fear this man because that man have a beard. And it's
I
the
feel like
same
they- yeah.
trick. But
They were scared of
because
every
white and black
type of
people
person.
already
I feel like
leveled
they
out.
didn't, yeah.
Because black people already leveled this out before I even tread the earth. 70s, 80s, this is all going on. You get me? That's over now. And the same thing, the Muslim thing will be over. It takes
But
a
you're one
generation
of,
for
like-
these things to get over.
What I was trying to get to, yeah, is you was like, okay, I know about Earth, Black comes from everything, but you are one of the people that they will hate the most because your voice can reach where ours can't.
Yes.
So what I was trying to say is like, you are probably the closest. My white friend, no matter how much he has compassion for what he can see and hear, he will never experience it in it. But my Irish white friend is the closest out of white because you weren't allowed in the pub as well. So that even in my mind, I'm thinking you couldn't choose your identity. What could get you in the pub? You chose the only other one that was bun as well. But fine, because what I mean is that at least while I was asking you questions like, how do you feel on the changing of that stereotype of black and white? Because our time it was jungle fever. Black and white it wasn't so multicultural, innit?
yeah.
Like so that multicultural.
I think that what is happening is that black people are coming into power and they're leveling out socially, economically, slowly happening, and that's what's happening. Because at the end of the day, there's still white people who don't like these people or that people or that people. But at the end of the day, black people are rising and unifying, regardless of what's going on. Overall, black people are rising and unifying, and the word is and the history is coming
I
out,
just
even if
think
they
they've
don't
got a
change
new
the history
hate group
books.
now, so it's easier. Like, because for us, what their plan was for black people worked, where they don't need to work on us anymore because we're fighting each other.